Okay, guys, second set between ForGG and Action. Failed timing attack, so appropriate for ForGG. Even though I still think he GG'd a little bit prematurely in that first set. What are you going to do? Except, he was losing Goliath anyway, but down at the 6 o'clock position in yellow is ForGG, so it means over the 3 o'clock position in red is Action Zerg. But yes, Action punished him appropriately for that greedy mech opening. Action's looking very mafia-ish there. He's like, what am I, funny to you? Am I a clown for your amusement? I have no doubt there's a guy with a gun right now outside of ForGG's booth. The reason he lost the first set is because he had to protect his family from being whacked. That's what kind of a stand-up guy ForGG is. You gotta respect that. So ForGG and his family at home. He has a wife and 7 kids, all named ForGG, even though that's not his name in real life. It doesn't matter. They're all named ForGG, and they look exactly like him. That'll give you a mental image to keep you up with nightmares tonight. So, okay, I'm very interested to see what these guys go for. I think we're going to see another timing attack from ForGG, since that's what he's best known for. It's his strength. Okay, there's a sign that says da 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 da. I read the sound waves. Yes, those are sound waves. I'm that good. But okay, here comes Action. Gonna get that Overlord up. Not too much to talk about at the beginning of the game. I'm feeling off my game today for some reason. Feeling kind of loopy. It happens some days. It just hasn't happened in a while, I think. But yes, I feel off my game. I don't have as many things to talk about between the little pieces of action that are going on. But there is a 12 pull coming up. So usually with the 12 pull opening, you're going to see a Zerg try to go for Mutalisk as quickly as possible. I've seen Luxury go for this similar thing against Flash, one of the previous OSLs, on Heartbreak Ridge. Just suddenly had a bunch of stuff come into my head to talk about. That was odd. Just as I was talking about having nothing to talk about. Maybe I should talk about having nothing to talk about more often, then I'll have something to talk about. That sounded like a Seinfeld skit there for a second. But okay, it looks like ForGG making his way up, going to scout that base just now coming up for Action. There's 11 hatch coming down after the 12 pool. And like I said, this is normally going to position the Zerg to get the fastest possible lair, the fastest possible Mutalisk out in the field. Most likely working from 2 hatcheries, trying to end it from 2 hatcheries. I think that's what Action's going to go for. Another factory coming up for ForGG. No telling what kind of ridiculousness he's going to go for this time around. He might go for a 1-base mech rush strategy this time around, but it's hard to tell with ForGG. Always hard to tell with this guy. But he's so successful with timing attacks that I don't see anything wrong with him doing a timing attack in every game. Works so well. But he's inside here trying to get the scout on what's coming his way. I think he is getting a sense of this build now, even though he's kind of being denied out of the main right now. He sees that lair coming up quickly as possible. The second base will be up soon. I think the action is going to be up. He might be able to take down that scout. No, he's going to let the scout run back to the base. As ForGG is preparing in here, going to be scouted again. Another factory coming up. He's going for a similar build without even putting down his second base this time. So he's not going to be able to support as many factories. I think this is kind of an adaptation of his build in the previous set. But this time around, he's not going for the economic advantage. He's not going for 4 factories. He's probably just going to work from 2 to start out with. And get out his Goliath as quickly as he can. There's the Boeing 787 flying overhead. Caw-caw! Yes, that is the sound of a 787. But okay, some more Zergling coming out. This could play out a lot like the first set if he doesn't have anything at home to fight this off. As far as I know, he doesn't have anything to fight these Zerglings at home except maybe 1 Vulture. But 1 Vulture going straight for the natural expansion. I don't think there's a sunken colony there. There's 1 Vulture here, Action coming in with speed Zerglings. ForGG very quick on the uptake, though. He's got to keep himself from getting surrounded like this. Oh, man. Getting the Vulture surrounded by the speedy Zerglings, has to fall back with this other Vulture. And this is working out a lot like the last game. Oh, this is got to be embarrassing for ForGG. But he can still fight this back, even though he's working with fewer factories this time around. It's going to take him a longer period of time to get out Goliath. He's just going to have to get some excellent micro to fight off these Zerglings. This Mafia Zerg running in with his minions, his peons, whacked that Vulture, and now there's two Goliaths left, but Goliaths aren't nearly as good as Vultures at taking down Zerglings, well, with the right micro anyway. So, action being forced away, he didn't throw in more reinforcement Zerglings, but it's still going to make it very tough for ForGG. You saw a slight twitch from ForGG there, trying to get out his Goliath as quickly as possible to deal with the incoming mutas.